There's nothing wrong with that. I honestly feel there's nothing wrong with cutting off umndeni. There's nothing wrong with cutting off abantu that you do not need. Nothing will happen to you. Trust me. Don't believe the false drama. Nothing will happen to you. If Guguti, they are affecting you so bad, cut them off. You won't die. We're off to a great start. My phone just decided to fall. So welcome to the floor and welcome to 2023. I'm sitting on the floor for no apparent reasons. I have fully functional 4 chairs that I bought with my own money. Madam Akisimus that I saved the whole year. That's a gift. Yeah. Anyways, with that said, that was so random. With that said, welcome to 2023. And yes, as you can tell, today is the 1st. It's 11:10 in the morning. Yes, I didn't go home. Yes, I spent my Christmas alone in the flat. I did actually wake up at 12 because, wow, the fireworks were wild. There was a street thingy here, but in the gang of 12, and there was an event there at the People's Park. So like a lot was going on, and obviously fireworks at Kuma from 11:45 to 12:15, according to the municipal bylaws. So that happened for 30 minutes. I was already asleep by 1 o'clock again. What do I have to say about that? I have to say that I'm content. It actually felt good to be here. It felt peaceful. And it felt in line with the word that I chose for myself this year. Most people have words of God that guide everything that they do. I usually have a word, not usually, last year and this year. I think last year my word was focus. Select a bit. But this year I chose the word progressive or progress, whatever it is. But I want to progress from what I started getting momentum of towards the end of this year. So I want to continue with progress in finances, in my mental health, in my physical health, that I need to focus on more because I'm really slacking. I haven't been going to the gym. I was but I just haven't been going to the gym. So yeah, with that said, people with bikes are so annoying. They never do this with their bikes when I'm not filming. The moment I try to do a sit-down video, without fail, Bakona is Tutute Soduma. Can't do anything about that, it seems. Anyways, yeah, I'm drinking Rooibos. Iced Rooibos, lemon flavored. I'm enjoying it. I did it myself. So yeah, that's what I'm having. Typical New Year's breakfast. Usually, we used to do that every time at home. So I decided, let me continue with the tradition at my place. And yeah, if you saw my Instagram post, I was speaking about healing the inner child. And that post, I shared like my trip to which is this video previous to this one, to the Botanic Gardens. That's the video, and it's a clip, obviously, not a clip, but like a reel for Instagram of that video. And the reason why I went to the Trail of Lights was because I really wanted to see the Christmas lights. I like them. I've always liked them. It used to fascinate me every time when I came to Durban, because Durban Christmas lights were really a thing, hey? Right now, the municipality has them up, but they hardly light up because I don't know why. Save case, what's the story at eThekwini? But yeah, so it's one of those things that lit me up as a child, and up until now, it felt good. I kept on saying, wow. Yeah, I was a kid, and I think it's very important. Well, for me, I'm not a trained psychologist or counselor. If you are looking for that, please book a consult. You can even start at the clinic, your local clinic. They could make arrangements for you to see a psychologist. These things are available and accessible as long as you go to the right places. So if you need to speak to a psychologist, please do. Did we get to a conversation about therapists in this video? Because this video was solely about things that stop or are always in the way of progress of us, the Black community. That's why I'm doing this video. I don't know how we ended up here. Anyways, yeah, therapy is a point of this digression, is that therapy is available if you need it. It is free, and it also could be cheap or expensive depending on where you go and depending on how you view cheap or expensive. It's all on you. Let's go back to things that are in the way of progress for us, the Black generation. Black tax. It breaks families, and it's spoken about on, I saw this post, it was on Facebook, I think, and on Insta. No, not Insta, Twitter. There was a question of what do you think hinders the progress of Black people, and everyone was like, Black tax and tenders, corruption. Yes, those things, they do. But one of the things solely in your close inner circle is Black tax. The entitlement of Black families, whether it is parents or relatives, to give back, for you to give back, or for you to give them some of whatever it is that you are making. People who have not contributed towards who you are, even people that have contributed. If you are a parent and have contributed to the growth of your child, to the education of your child, you are solely doing your responsibility. They do not owe you. The moment you do that, you are clearly planting the seed of transactional relationships in that child's life. In order for a relationship to be fully functional, there has to be a transaction, a give and you take, and you're opening a door for things like these children staying in abusive relationships. You're already an abusive parent if you do that, because why would you do that to your own child? Why would you expect that from your own child? This Black tax, this pressure of Black parents making their children their retirement plans, that pressure, one, puts you in a pressure. You have to be successful and successful fast. It could lead you into getting involved with the wrong things because you want to satisfy lo mzali who has a retirement plan or retirement idea ngawe, and it hurts to see that happening. It hurts because they don't think about you. They don't think about when most of the time these people that want a Black tax that have this entitlement, they hardly care about your well-being. Like right now, if you go to a text or conversation between abazali nengane, like between umzali or expecte ukuthi ingane menzele yonke into unprovoked, just because they are their parents and give you the card ukuthi izibusiso zaNkulunkulu. How the fuck, excuse the pun, the pun, I don't give a damn. Okay, I shouldn't swear because like I want this channel to be modest, but what the hell? Is it okay to you use the card or to ngakhulisa? And so I should rightfully be comfortable. I should rightfully get whatever that I want from you. And expect me to be blessed. uNkulunkulu blesses a cheerful heart. If I'm asked to do things for you, or expected to do things for you when I don't even like you, I'm unlikely to be happy when I do that thing for you. And because I'm not happy, I'm not going to get the blessing that you are alleging I'm going to get simply because I gave you something. Because I'm not a cheerful giver. I'm cheerful, so that's why I don't give if I don't want to. I really don't give if I don't want to, because I'm a strong believer of what you put out in the universe comes back to you, in the sense of what if I put out the energy, give you something out of resentment, I'm going to be resentful of you, and I don't want that. I don't want that spirit for myself. So I do whatever that I want to do when I want to do it, and it's that. And yeah, but this culture of Uguti, I expect you to take care of me because, and my biggest problem with that, it's fully able parents that want that from their children. Besides being fully able, it is people that are so mean to their children. You go to text messages and check planning of Christmas on Christmas Day. The next text that you are getting is Uguti, I need this and that. The next thing you're getting, Uguti, this and that is broken. And you must act on it simply because Wingani, simply because Umzali. It's not okay, guys, and it's going to stop or hinder progress yabantwana. Mental health issues. Izingane are thick on young graduates, are deep on antidepressants because there's so much pressure to impress abazali who most of the time would never be satisfied. I know for a fact, I'm umzali. See, one thing about my parent, I could do anything for her. I mean everything or anything. The best of my abilities. Her following question or her following request would be, Uguti, this and this could have been done better, or this and this could have been done differently. And you sit and ask yourself, Uguti, will this person ever be satisfied? And I go back and look at, satisfy lo muntu. Why? And I think the questions this year we should ask ourselves, who bought these people is tutut. The question you should ask ourselves is, Uguti, does this help me as well? Not help me, but does this feel good on me? And does this not hurt me? The moment you are too busy trying to satisfy abantu and you are not satisfied, you are likely to end up anxious, you are likely to end up depressed because you are busy trying to satisfy abantu who would never be satisfied, and you realize that they'll never be satisfied. You are likely to be anxious or depressed because you realize that you go to, oh my gosh, these people would never actually be happy or satisfied with this, and that happens. So that happens, and I don't think it's a good thing. That's number one. And then yini eng that I think is quite important. Can y'all please stop? Like, I had a video up last year towards the end. I made it private, it's still on my channel, where I was speaking about this issue. And people who could have been in a position of questioning would say, what is happening to a relationship here? The only thing that I got was, this person is your parent, umzali wakho. At the end of the day, you have to why do I have to take care of them? They were neglectful. When you ask those questions, you are a mean person. When you have those feelings, you are a mean person who's not grateful. Not grateful for what? Those are questions that when we're going forward this year, when we are progressing in our mental health and in our relationships and in our families, have the hard conversations. Have the hard conversations and have them with people that are involved. Do not make them a joke and do not put them in passing. Good, you know, when you are toxic, no, tell them why you think they are toxic. Tell them good, they are manipulative. Tell them good, they were neglectful, and do not acknowledge good, they were neglectful and it ruined your childhood. Tell them good, you do not owe them anything simply because you were born of them. First of all, you didn't ask to be born. Second of all, they are mean people that only expect from you but are hardly there for you. And so you feel hurt by the fact that when you should play your part, but you feel that they never played their part. Make it known and make it clear. And that's how you progress in relationships with families. And it also helps, because I think one of the things, I still go back to this, one of the things that are a major issue in mental health of us Black young graduates is the relationship and the traumatic and broken relationships and families that we have, relationships with our families, especially abazali bethu. Mina, my dad is late, but I have ubaba omncane who played a bigger role in being a dad than me. Our relationship is not as great. And now, some days are good, some days are bad. And Yena, one thing I always appreciate is that he understands when I want to be at distance, and he also understands Uguti. When I say I don't like you and I need you to apologize. If you don't apologize, I'm not going to speak to you. Or if I don't apologize to you, you're not going to speak to me. That's the kind of relationship that we built from young injal. But right now, again, there are certain things that he refuses to acknowledge and refuses to address. And so our relationship is shaky, and we both get that. Some days are good, some days are bad, but most days are bad because I refuse to continue being in a relationship with the Muntu that won't acknowledge where they're wrong. Yes, family is family, but one way to progress in our mental health is ukuthi abantu ba acknowledge ukuthi ba wrong, abantu ukuthi ba move past. In order for us to move past things, address the big issues. Don't say, ubani nje uguti, and let it slide. No, ubani uguti because of this and this and this. And if you're going to acknowledge and sit in the same room and be fine, we have to have acknowledged this. And if you don't, let's not sit in the same room. It's that simple. It's hurtful, it's harmful sometimes. But again, it's also more hurtful and harmful when you sit in a place and you feel like, I'm not sure if I trust any of these people here because we've never addressed this and that. I'm not sure if I trust any of these people here or like any of these people here because I feel so much anger. I feel they robbed me of my childhood. I feel they could have been more present. I feel they could have loved me better. I feel that even now, they could acknowledge and hear me more than the other person in my life who hears and acknowledges me more than you do. How is it so difficult? So, yeah, wild, I know. Very wild way to start 2023. I did not write anything down. That's why. But takeaway from here is that let us fix our relationships with families this year. Let us fix our relationships with families, so that we fix our relationships with money, we fix our relationships with our minds, with our bodies, with our fellow other relationships. If we fix those relationships, and if they are not salvaged, if you can't salvage them, make it known ukuthi you want this relationship to break. If awusakwazi ukuthi nihlalisane nixoxisane, break those relationships and make it known ukuthi mina nawe ngesahlalelana because of this and this and that, and ahlangane hlukane. There's nothing wrong with that. I honestly feel there's nothing wrong with cutting off umndeni. There's nothing wrong with cutting off abantu that you do not need. Nothing will happen to you. Trust me. Don't believe the false drama. Nothing will happen to you. If kuguti they are affecting you so bad, cut them off. You won't die. With that said, so good spirit of cut off abantu. New year, new me. Anyways, with that said, thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you on my next video. And yeah, again, I'll be uploading Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So 3 videos a week. And let's try and see if I'm consistent this year. Thank you guys for watching and for your support. I will see you next time.